Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. This is the Fat Wiking Knight coming to you from another episode. Wait, what is this episode? I don't know. Of my single player world. Yes. And we got a little bit of a project today. How's my sounds doing? Seem a little bit, not loud. So, I got all the materials I need on me, I think, in order to do this, and we will try and see if we can get this and this done. This is the center bits and pieces, which is really super cool, of our nether room, which is awesome. And I'm not going to show you inside the nether yet. But we are going to work on this, because I got some stuff to talk to you guys about. Alrighty? Alright. So I've been thinking. I've been thinking a lot lately. Just about, random stuff and things, and, the universe, my place in it, and etc. Everyday, average, ordinary stuff. Essentially. Or so it's become now. I've realized it's really not fair. And you're probably asking, well, what's not fair? Well, the world in general. It's not a very cohesive place that I would like to really, affiliate myself with. Obviously, you have to, because it's the world you live in. But there are so many things that, are expected as you grow older, rather, that just don't really make sense to me. And, oh, can't do that. They probably never will, to be totally frank with all of you guys. Probably won't ever make sense. But what's really been bugging me is how you're just forced. I don't like that one. You're really forced to do something you don't want to do coming out of school, whatever school that would be, whether be high school or college, graduate school. A lot of us still haven't a clue, me firsthand, as to what we're doing and what we want to continue to do for, the remainder of our lives. It's just such a bizarre concept to me. Being about 21 years old right now, just recently turned, actually, it should come as no shock that I still haven't a clue what I want to do with my life. I've been trying different things. I figured I would take off for a year and just work. And on paper, that's, a great idea. But it really hasn't helped me figure out anything I really want to do. It's helped me figure out things I don't want to do, and don't want to do them for good reason. Either it seems too stressful for me, or it's not worth my while in terms of the pay that it presents. I'm not sure. But we are expected to know right off the get-go, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? What do you want to do? And I'm not going to say all the population, but a lot of us, a lot of kids age, 16 to 40, still haven't a clue of what they really wanted from life, what they wanted to do, what they wanted to see. And it's just kind of, I don't know. It's not too shitty, I guess. It's more of an inconvenience. We're put on all this pressure that, if you don't go to school, you're not going to get a good job. But if you're going to school just so that at the off chance that you will get a good job, which is not always entirely true, unfortunately, you'll be mistaken. Because that's not how things work. it's really, I don't know how to put it even. It's just a situation that none of your high school classes will ever prepare you for. You'll never be like, wow, I'm so glad that I took that marine biology class because it has taught me more about life than I've ever wanted to know ever. You come out not knowing jack shit, quite honestly. You come out knowing, okay, I kind of like this girl. Maybe we could be a thing outside of school. Oh shit, that's a slime chunk. Damn it. Oh, that's unfortunate. But we don't have a clue. And there's no way to simply test things. We can't go out and physically try everything. We're limited to so few options. Even though literally the world is our option. But we're limited in the manner of if you don't go to school, you can never do any of these jobs. And, there's quite a lot of jobs in which that will apply to, in which that is the absolute truth. But I don't see it. I don't understand it. Like, let me, well in high school and even after high school, let me go and try things. I want to try actual jobs for a month. And then let's say I like that job. Then guess what? I can just go to college exactly knowing that that is what I want to do. That I've had so much fun with it, with the day-to-day affairs, that I could see myself doing this every day of the week. That I wouldn't be salty or any, mannerism of that when going to work. I would be nice, bright, and happy to work in a place like that. But you really can't try the job for a month. It would be great if you could, don't get me wrong. And I would certainly oblige for that because it sounds fantastic. I would really like to try so many different jobs. But a lot of jobs, even radio now, like I wanted to try that, you need a bachelor's degree to even get an internship. Now, to me, what that says is you have to know right away that you want this job. There's no guarantee that you'll like it because you can't try it before then. It can't be a prerequisite for you. And I think that really needs to be changed. It's just, I don't know. It's really unfortunate, is what it is. Like I'm trying to talk and chew gum here, essentially. But I just find it so not right, so incorrect. And I wish that there was some way that I could literally go job to job to job and try all these different things and think, wow, is that what I really want to do? And, if there are aspects of it which I physically, mentally, or, spiritually cannot do, I want to know that ahead of time. I want to know that that's not right for me. And you can't. You just can't. There's so few places now that will let you get an internship. But an internship, the thing is not the same as the actual job. And many people will argue, well, I do all the work, I just don't get paid. Yeah, kinda. But you're also treated on a much more lenient base. You're not you don't really get to experience everything about it. And personally, I don't agree with that. It's just like I need to be able to try this, because if I don't, how would I know? How will anyone know? And I know that it can't just be me right now rambling like this. It's not just me. I know for a fact. But I do know that many people are still having this issue. Even, 20, 30-year-old people. Whether it be female, male, it doesn't matter. We're all having similar issues. I promise. Like, I 100% promise. We are having similar issues with it. And you may not admit it, but quite honestly, I don't know. It needs to be addressed. Like I said, I've been giving this quite a lot of thought, and I don't know any of the answers as to what it should be or how to do it or anything like that. I don't know. I would just ask for the opportunity in order to do what I, presented, just to try it. That's all. Just a month. And even if the pay is not that great, fine. But then it's gotten to the point where I'm in now. I am a pharmacy technician at the moment, and I actually started out not minding the job. It wasn't bad. I got decent days off. It wasn't bad. And although the pay wasn't, what I had dreamed of, it wasn't terrible. It's more than minimum wage by a lot, actually. And it seemed like a good idea. But then, here's where that thing comes in. I've been in it for 2 months now. And now we're starting to get to the point where in Florida it's called in season, where we have a lot of different people come down here from from the north. Also, how freaking sweet does that look? Obviously, there's still mobs spawning down there, and I can fix that, actually. We're going to put glass on that layer, or ice, I'm not sure. Probably glass, though. Yeah, that looks freaking sweet. And let's try to do this layer, but we need more stone, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay, let's go grab that before I continue on with my rant here. Okay. Yeah, this is my nether portal room, guys. This needs to be changed to purple as well. But, oh man, I love it. I like the converging green onto the purple there, and it's, separated, though. I really like it. I don't know. Really like it. Alright, so what we need is a crafting bench real quick. And a little bit more stone. But yeah, anyway. So I started out liking the job. And time has passed, and it's just not the same anymore. For different reasons. I was promised certain days off when I got to this job. And then suddenly he's just like, we're going to take him away. Which is, I'm not too salty about that. Obviously, I'd like my days off, but I'm not going to whine about it kind of thing. That's not the real cause. It's just like, now suddenly, I'm forced to do all these things that I didn't want to. I'm being forced, even though I'm looking for another job currently, I'm having to sign up for the insurance of the company that I work for. Due to the fact that I'm unable to be on, my parents anymore. It would be, far too expensive. And that sucks, because that means, basically I'm constrained to this job now in order for my health insurance to be a thing. Which is just absurd to me. It really is. It's you can't just go to another place, because if I find another job, then the first question becomes, how much do I pay? What days do I get off, if any? When do I get insurance? When does it kick in? How much is it? Am I going to have to, lose my firstborn child for this kind of thing? And I know it sounds silly, but quite honestly, that's how it is. You can't just blatantly switch jobs. As young as I am, it's still becoming an issue. I want to switch jobs, but now I'm feeling trapped and obligated to this one in order to cover my insurance. And I have a feeling every job is like that. You stay in the job for many years to come, not achieving what you really wanted. And that's just because it's safe, it's comfortable. You don't want to risk. You don't want to risk losing that safety net because you've been there for so long. And that's the worst part. It really is. That simply means once you're at a job, you are confined. You are confined to that job for security reasons, for safety reasons, because you like some of the people. You won't like all of them, but you like some of them. And it's a shame. It really is. That's why you see so many unhappy people. Like, all over the place. I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 people, if you were to ask, have no idea why they're in the job they are, or never liked the job that they're in. They just stayed for the money. They stayed for their family in order to provide for them. These are very good reasons. But if you don't end up doing something that you truly like to do, what's the point of it? That's going to sound pretty bleak. But what's the point of it? Because now 10, 15 years have gone by. You're still at the same place that you started. And for what? The company doesn't show loyalty to people. It doesn't. You have to find loyalty where you can. And most of the time, I wouldn't say all the time, but most of the time, it's not going to be with a business. Although you might be loyal to them, they could kick you to the curb the next day. It's that simple. It really is. I don't know. I've been trying so hard to make sense of this, to make heads or tails. And it's not just something that we can grasp either. Because no one goes into a job thinking, I'm going to just do this for the rest of my life, as a first job anyway. Like, that's just not a thing. But then the needs of your family trump your own needs. The need to get out of the same monogamous routine that you've been stuck in. That you've literally trapped or been trapped into a corner with. And it's just something unbelievable. It really is. I've been listening to all the presidential candidates, and I don't think any of them have a clue as to what needs to be done. Because they're not us. You're required to be 35 in order to be the president. Most of the candidates are 55 and older. And I believe that's acceptable due to the fact that I don't think your life really starts until 35. Disagree if you will, I don't care. But I think that's when life really starts, when you have a grasp on it anyway. And none of them are going to achieve what we actually need. We need to be safe. We need job security. We need a retirement plan when we bust our ass for, all of our lives pretty much. We need safety nets to catch everything that's just happening, and I don't think any candidate can do that. As sad as that may sound, I really don't think that any candidate really has the best interest of America or anywhere at heart. Oh, can't do that one. I really just don't think it does, though. Of course, they'll say whatever needs to be said during the campaign in order to get your vote, to get them in the door, as it were. But once they're in the door, they're not obligated to do anything for you. They're not obligated to hold up their ends of the bargain. And as the future generation, me included in this, I'd say anyone, 20 and below, and then 30 and below as well, are included in this generational gap. I really think that's the truth, though. And I don't think it's going to help. I don't think any candidate is going to be able to do exactly anything. It sounds weird saying it that way, but that is the utmost truth. And you can disagree, feel free, I'm not here to appease your arguments. Well, what if this happens? No, I don't care. I'm telling you what needs to be said, and hopefully more people will pay attention to it. That's always my goal. I hope people will take a moral obligation themselves to rise to the challenge. It's a long shot. I know. I know indeed. But it needs to be taken. Why rely on someone else when we can sustain it for ourselves? It's really, I don't know, a conflict of interest. Quite honestly is. But then again, what's not, What isn't? You name that, and you're halfway there. You are halfway there. But yeah, the point I'm really trying to make, I've said it 10 times today. And I hope you all get exactly what I'm trying to say here. It won't be for everyone, and I know a lot of you will not even listen to what I'm saying right now. But if I get through to one person and make them think themselves and question everything that I've talked about here today, I'll be pretty satisfied with myself, honestly. Because that's the start. One person. If I can make one person believe that what I'm saying is true, that's the start. That is completely the start. And hopefully it will inspire you to inspire others as well. That's my hopes. Will it be guaranteed? No, not in the slightest. And I'm not going to guarantee anything. Life is going to be what you make of it. So, why would you do something you don't want to do? Just think about that. Think about that nice and clearly. That one simple question. Just think about it. That's all I ask. But in the meantime of my rambling here, we have just done something epic in finishing our nether room. Obviously, it's still plain, and I want to put some things in the middle, but I'm not sure what yet. So we're going to have to try to figure that one out, and if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'd be super happy to hear about that. I'm literally going to let this netherrack despawn as well, because I have so many double chests of it. Don't even care. I don't even care. But I have been putting a lot of work into this series lately. Just grinding away, block by block, whether it be building or mining, designing in your creative test worlds. I've been doing it all, boys. I've been doing it all. And pretty soon, I will show you my masterpieces. Alrighty? So let's just take one look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't really care that there's mobs down there, honestly, because they can't get to me. But I'll probably put a whole layer of glass here and here to give this a finishing look. And then we'll have maybe some like icicles hanging from the ceiling and up from the ground. I don't know. We'll make it cool though. So I know this has been a really talky episode, as I have been known to do. But I really hope you guys enjoy them. And any feedback you have about any questions I've brought up here today, I would be more than happy to, talk about or anything like that. So give me your opinions on this room, what I had to say, my opinions, everything like that. And I think I'm going to call it a day. This has been another episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. And again, love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.